10th CBSE Mathematics, Chapter Quadratic Equations. After watching this video, you will be able to find the roots of the quadratic equation by completing the square.
Let us first understand what is a quadratic equation. A quadratic equation is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. Here a, b and c are numbers, x is a variable. The highest degree in a quadratic equation is always 2 and the variable is always squared. Let us find the roots of the quadratic equation 2x square plus 6x minus 3 equal to 0. Let us use the method of completing the square. Let us look at the equation. Let us now find the coefficient of x square. The coefficient of x square is 2. We need the coefficient of x square to be 1. So we divide the equation throughout by 2 and we get x square plus 3x minus 3 by 2 equal to 0. We take the constant 3 by 2 to the other side of the equation. Now to the left hand side of the equation we add a term so that the left side of the equation becomes a perfect square. To know what term to add, let us look at the coefficient of x, which is 3. We take half the coefficient of x, so 3 by 2. We square it. This is the term that needs to be added to the left hand side of the equation and the right hand side of the equation. Let us check if we have made the left side of the equation a perfect square. Now for this we use the algebraic identity a plus b the whole square equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Let us take our a as equal to x and b as equal to 3 by 2. So x plus 3 by 2 the whole square equal to x square plus 2 into x into 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2 the whole square. So x plus 3 by 2 the whole square equal to x square plus 3x plus 3 by 2 the whole square. So the left hand side of the equation is a perfect square. So we write the left side now as x plus 3 by 2 the whole square equal to 3 by 2 plus 9 by 4. Let us now take LCM on the right side of the equation. The LCM of 4 and 2 is 4. We have the numerator as 6 plus 9 divided by 4. So x plus 3 by 2 the whole square is equal to 15 by 4. Let us take square root on both the sides of the equation. So we have x plus 3 by 2 is equal to plus or minus root 15 by 2. That means x plus 3 by 2 equal to plus root 15 by 2 or x plus 3 by 2 equal to minus root 15 by 2. So x is equal to plus root 15 minus 3 by 2 or x is equal to minus root 15 minus 3 by 2. So we have found the roots of our quadratic equation as root 15 minus 3 by 2 and minus root 15 minus 3 by 2. Let us now take a real life example where a carpenter has a plywood in the shape of a right angled triangle. One side of the plywood is longer than the other side by 1 feet. The longest side of the triangle is 5 feet. We have to find the length of the sides of the plywood. Now let us first assume that one side of the right angled triangle is x. Then the other side of the right angled triangle will be x plus 1 because it is given to us that one side of the plywood is longer than the other side by 1 feet. The longest side of the triangle is given to us as 5 feet. We also know it is a right angled triangle, so we can use Pythagoras theorem. Now Pythagoras theorem states that in a right angled triangle the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So we can write the equation as x square plus x plus 1 the whole square equal to 5 square. That means x square plus x square plus 2x plus 1 equal to 25. 2x square plus 2x is equal to 24. Now we are going to solve this equation by completing the square. So the coefficient of x square has to be 1. So let us divide the equation throughout by 2 and we get x square plus x is equal to 12. Now the left side of the equation has to be made a perfect square. For that we have to add a term. To know what term to add, we have to look at the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x is 1. So we take half the coefficient of x, so 1 by 2, and then we square it. So we have 1 by 2 the whole square is the term that has to be added to the left hand side to make the left hand side a perfect square. The same term will also be added to the right hand side of the equation. Solving this further, we have x plus 1 by 2 the whole square equal to 12 plus 1 by 4. Now x plus 1 by 2 the whole square is equal to, we take the LCM on the right side of the equation, so we have 48 plus 1 divided by 4. X plus 1 by 2 the whole square is equal to 49 by 4. Now taking square root on both the sides of the equation, we have x plus 1 by 2 is equal to plus or minus 7 by 2. That means x plus 1 by 2 is equal to 7 by 2, or x plus 1 by 2 equal to minus 7 by 2. X is equal to 7 by 2 minus 1 by 2, or x is equal to minus 7 by 2 minus 1 by 2. X is equal to 6 by 2, or x is equal to minus 8 by 2. X is equal to 3, or x is equal to minus 4. Now x is equal to minus 4 root we will have to neglect, because we know that the length of the sides cannot be negative. So we use x is equal to 3. If x is equal to 3, that means one side of the plywood is 3. Then the other side will be 3 plus 1, which is equal to 4. So we have found the length of the sides of the plywood as 3 feet, 4 feet and 5 feet. In this video, we have learned to find the roots of the quadratic equation by completing the square.